So very good morning to all the participants who are joining us from US. Thank you, Anjana ji. Very well, you sent a message that my voice is reaching to you clearly and I'm completely audible. Thank you so much. I hope there's no echo. Everything is fine. No technical issue. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So as per Sir's guidance, we have a beautiful topic with us today, and that is dark side of spirituality. So before we begin such a beautiful topic, I first of all welcome you all on behalf of Dr. Uday Shah and Sai Karuna Mission on this beautiful session today. And I think for a very genuine and good reason, Sir has chosen this topic, because I think we've already conducted around 5 to 6 sessions for our participants from US, and all the participants who have been joining us regularly, they have got a fair idea by now as to what is spirituality or what is meditation, what is healing. And by various sessions, I think we have also explained as to what is the importance of a person when he or she is on this spiritual path. So before we continue this journey of spirituality ahead, it is important for Sai Karuna Mission and for Dr. Uday Shah to explain you as to how careful you have to be on this path, and what precautions basically you have to use while you are on this path of spirituality. So I think it is just the right time for this topic, and it is because of this reason that Sir has chosen this beautiful topic for us today, that is dark side of spirituality. So in our few sessions that we have been conducted till now, we have, in short, if I make a brief note of all the sessions, then we began with explaining the relevance and the importance of meditation and healing, wherein we learned that how meditation and how healing help us to be in a calm state of mind and to achieve silence. Then we went further ahead, wherein we explained as to how if we meditate and we heal ourselves, how we can control our emotions, how we can control our thoughts, how we can control our feelings. And we can not only control them, we have explained in our sessions that we can even convert our emotions, our negative emotions, into positive emotions with help of meditation and healing. So basically, when we meditate regularly, when we heal regularly, ultimately we attain a stage where we can achieve not only physical fitness, but also mental and emotional fitness. Basically, I'm doing nothing, but I'm just counting the advantages of meditation and healing. And I'm trying to summarize all the sessions that we have conducted till now. And if we go further ahead, if we move beyond the state of body and mind, then with help of healing, especially healing, we can clear our karmas and we can ultimately achieve the goal of the soul. And once we achieve that goal of the soul, ultimately what happens? Obviously, as we achieve the final destination, the final result for which all of us are working, that is, we are able to transform ourselves totally, and ultimately we are able to achieve that state of nirvana or moksha, which is the ultimate objective of each and every soul. So what I have done in these past 5 minutes, I have helped you in recalling the previous sessions, and I have helped you in counting the advantages or the good side of meditation and healing. If we do our healing modalities regularly, what all things we can do and we can achieve. So if we consider these few advantages which we have just counted, don't you think that just by following a spiritual path, we become so powerful? Now we are able to achieve solution to probably all problems of life. If it is our health problem, we can cure it completely. And we are able to cure it not only by treating the effect. Now we are able to treat the cause of that health problem. If it is financial problem, we can easily use the symbols of money abundance and can achieve the state of ultimate abundance, which is not only in finance, but it is in respect of everything. Abundance can not only be of finance, it can be of love, it can be of joy, it can be of peace. So all those people who are on the spiritual path, they can easily solve all their financial problems. We can solve our health problems. If we are facing a relationship issue, then by healing and meditation, we can also heal our relationships. And most important, we can achieve our life goal for which we have taken this particular birth, and we can also achieve our soul goal. So I think you must be realizing that how Dr. Uday Shah and how Sai Karuna mission has like made you so powerful. Now you don't have to just bother about anything. So whenever power comes, there is a high probability of misuse of this power. And this misuse of power, we have to understand today in today's session. So when a person thinks that suddenly I've become so powerful, then somewhere in his mind, ideas come to misuse this power. And when we are misusing this power, we are misusing it with the intention that this misuse will further make us powerful. No, we are wrong. Now, today we have to understand that if we misuse this power of spirituality, what are the dark sides that we have to face? So again, for sake of convenience, I have divided these dark sides into 5 different features like I did in my last session, wherein we discussed about aura as to how we can expand our aura. When I was a kid, when I was in school, then whenever our teacher used to explain a topic by dividing it into points, I used to understand very easily. So somehow my conscious mind has again picked up that method of making things understand to people. So I think majority of times I divide my topic into subtopics. So I have divided today's topic also into 5 main dark sides that we have to face in case we misuse our power of spirituality. So the first aspect which we'll discuss today is when we start our meditation, when we start our healing, then what do we generate in ourselves? What is it is flow of what thing that which we can feel in ourselves? Obviously, when we meditate a lot, the first thing which is generated in our body, or the first thing that flows in our body from our crown to our root, is nothing but energy. Right? So when we are full of energy, the spirituality teaches us that we have to use this energy for our positive manifestations, for achieving the goals of life, for fulfilling our positive wishes. But what do many people do? They start using this energy to fulfill their negative dreams. The most common example of this is black magic. What do the tantrics do? They are also full of energy. But what are they doing with this energy? They are using this energy to achieve the negative objectives. So what happens? Obviously, when this energy is not being used, but it is being misused, then for a short period, for a short term, by the use of this energy, the tantrics, they achieve the result. But in the long run, obviously, those results ultimately create loop of karmas. So what do we have to do? The first thing which we have to be cautious about is that if by our meditation and by healing, we are able to increase more and more energy within ourselves, the first aspect which we have to be careful is that we use this energy, or we give this energy a particular direction. We use this energy to achieve happiness, not only for ourselves, but for the entire universe. Now we come to the second aspect. So when we do a lot of meditation, when we do a lot of healing, then obviously, as I said, when we get the opportunity or we get the privilege to join with such missions like Sai Karuna mission, obviously the mission is conducting, I think in a day we are conducting 3 free sessions. And what are we doing by means of these sessions? We are just spreading knowledge, more and more knowledge. So when a person gets associated with a particular mission or association, a spiritual mission specifically, then you are bound to gain a lot of knowledge. We are able to understand various concepts of life from the aspect of body, mind, and soul. So basically, there is expansion of our third eye chakra, and we are able to download lot and lot of knowledge from the universe. So when we are full of knowledge, there is a very high probability that we can be affected by the most harmful emotion, and that is the emotion of ego. The emotion of ego is bound to come in us because we think that we have ultimate knowledge to each and every issue, each and every aspect, each and every problem of life. And one negative issue, I must like to specify that no negative issue comes alone. Each and every negative emotion, brings with itself bundle of negative emotions. Ego doesn't come alone. Ego brings in anger. Ego brings in aggression. Ego takes away all positive emotions from you. It takes away the emotion of love and care for others. So just by gaining knowledge, you have to avoid the coming of emotion of ego. And when you can draw a line, when you can distinguish as to just by gaining knowledge, you have to make sure that you don't get trapped into the emotion of ego. So first, the energy which is produced by spirituality has to be focused and used in the right direction. Secondly, the knowledge which we are gaining by following the path of spirituality is to be used for the right purpose and for the right objective, and we have to make sure that by this knowledge we do not become egoistic. Ultimately, knowledge is being given to us for our upliftment, for our betterment, not for inviting any negative emotion, which is a very, very common feature. Just by attending 4 to 5 sessions, when you sit with a friend who has not been attending any sessions, maybe for 5 minutes, but you might get that emotion. Oh, I have so much of knowledge as compared to the person who's sitting just next to me. And this feeling, this thought itself is sufficient, is enough to create the emotion of ego within you. So you have to make sure that your emotions are controlled, are balanced, and you use this knowledge just to create and just to expand positive emotions within yourself. So you have to put a check everywhere. The most important thing is when you get an opportunity to be associated with a particular mission or a particular organization, and with passage of time that mission or that organization becomes famous, it attains a big name, big fame, and you are lucky enough to be part of that association, and you're lucky enough to be very close to your guru, then very common problem which is faced by the disciple is that he thinks that I am somehow associated to the most reputed spiritual association. I am so close to a guru who's so well known, who's so famous. So what this feeling does in us, we somehow get affected with the emotion of pride. We become very proud of ourselves. Look, there are millions and millions of people in this world, but I am the one who's getting an opportunity to be the most closest disciple of the most famous guru. And what does this feeling do? This feeling cuts us from the ground. So there's a lot of lack of grounding in us. And when there is lack of grounding in us, then somehow we get disassociated with the element of earth. And I have to tell you, it is the element of earth alone which brings in stability in your life, which brings in steadiness in your life. And this stability and this steadiness is very, very important to reach till the final destination. For a period, you might think that you're flying because you've left the ground, but ultimately, to reach the destination, you have to again come back to the ground. A flight takes off, but you will not reach to your destination until the flight lands. So you have to understand that taking off in this spiritual life is important. But to reach nirvana or to achieve moksha, again you have to land on this ground. So it is very important that while we are on the spiritual path, throughout our journey, we have to be grounded. We don't have to get this feeling of pride within us. In fact, we have to just think that probably we are fortunate enough, we are lucky enough that we are being associated to such reputed and such a well-known mission, such well-known guru, and we are getting an opportunity to learn. You have to just utilize this period, and you have to just think that this moment is giving you an opportunity of learning, and then cut. You don't have to bring pride in yourself. You have to always be grounded. No matter what powers do you achieve by being on this path of spirituality, but you have to utilize each and every moment with the understanding that you are simply getting an opportunity to evolve. You're simply getting an opportunity to learn. All these things might appear irrelevant, but I'm telling you, the more you'll grow on this path, there is a very high probability that you might be attacked by these small events or these small problems, I must say, or the small dark sides of spirituality. And it is our duty to protect ourselves from this dark side of spirituality. Now, coming to the fourth problem. When we practice any healing modality, or when we practice the Karuna Reiki, which is taught by Sai Karuna Mission, what happens? Basically, we open our past files, we open our present files, and then gradually, with help of the symbols, we heal those files. We use various methods. We use Ho'oponopo, we use affirmations, we use symbols, we use mantras, and all these modalities we use just to achieve a single purpose, and that is to close the file, to heal the files that have been opened by the spiritual practice. But when we are attacked by the dark side of spirituality and we are unable to use our energy, we are unable to use our knowledge, we are unable to use our learning in the right direction, then despite of working hard day and night, we are not able to close our files. And when we are not able to close our files, each one of us know what will we bring in for ourselves. Though being on a path of spirituality will bring in miseries for ourselves, because we'll not be able to heal the files that we have opened with our past practice. As we are practicing, our files are opening, and by healing, our files are closing. So both processes are important to clear the karmas. The file needs to be open, and then the files need to be closed. just opening up the file will not help you to clear karmas. You have to heal it, you have to seek forgiveness, you have to give unconditional love with compassion, with peace, with calmness, with silence. You have to again close those files. But when we'll be attacked by the dark side of spirituality, obviously there'll be lack of compassion in us, there'll be lack of karuna in us, there'll be lack of unconditional love with us, there'll be lack of gratitude within us. And when there will be lack of all these positive emotions, we will not be able to close our files. And now the last and the most important dark side of spirituality is that when many a times in Sai Karuna mission, we get an opportunity to see our aura reports. And when we compare our aura reports with our past aura reports, we get a document which proves that our soul is progressing. I think the participants who've been joining us for past few months or days, they must be knowing that in soul also there are 7 stages of soul journey, right from infant soul to infinite soul. And in the aura report which is given by Sai Karuna Mission, we actually get to see on papers as to how much journey we have covered in this journey of soul, and where till what stage we have been evolved, whether we have moved from infant soul to baby soul, or whether we have got an opportunity to move to matured soul or young soul or old soul. And when we compare our aura reports and we see, wow, we have already reached to the stage of old soul, so probably it's just 2 more stages to go. So that time an illusion of enlightenment comes within us. And we think, wow, just 2 more stages and gone. Like the soul journey will be over. But that time we don't realize that this is just an illusion. Until and unless you reach the stage of infinite soul, you cannot say that you have crossed a sufficient stage of journey. There's a very high probability that from old soul you can again shift back to the stage of baby soul, matured soul, young soul. Just because you've crossed that stage of soul doesn't mean that there's no probability of going back. There have been a number of sessions wherein we have explained the concept of spirituality with the help of snake and ladders game, where we have explained that just because you reach 98 doesn't mean that you'll reach 100. There's a high probability that at 98 also you can be bit by a snake and come back again to 33 or 34. So until and unless you reach the stage of infinite soul, everything is an illusion. And with this illusion of enlightenment, a feeling comes within us that we are superior. Whereas the fact is that in this world, there is nothing like superiority complex. But a dark side of spirituality is that we are infected by this feeling of being a superior soul. Or I can say that a feeling of superiority complex comes within us. And there is no such concept as superiority complex. So again, this is the dark side of spirituality, that just by gaining some knowledge, we start building a world of illusion for us, and that is illusion of enlightenment. So the 5 main points, if I just conclude or summarize, then the first thing is that the energy which is produced by meditation and healing, if it is misused, then we have to face the dark side of spirituality. If we are attacked by ego, by the emotion of ego in this spiritual journey, again, we are attacked by several negative emotions. Going ahead, if we are witnessing the emotion of pride, and we leave the ground, obviously will not be able to reach the final destination. The fourth aspect is that the files which open by a spiritual practice are not able to close if we are attacked by the dark side of spirituality. And the fifth aspect, that the dark side of spirituality creates a world of illusion around us, and that is the world of illusion of enlightenment. So what we have to do while we meditate, while we heal, while we are on this path of spirituality, every moment, in every minute, we have to be very, very careful that we do not misuse this path. We do not misuse our spiritual practices. So it is our duty not only to heal ourselves, but it is our duty to protect ourselves from this dark side of spirituality. So Sir has given beautiful guidance to us today, and he has helped us. He has given us, he's shown us a path as to how we can play safe on this spiritual path and how we can be free from this dark side of spirituality. So this was all in today's talk. I hope the subject was conveyed well to you, and I hope that I have done justice with the topic and I have made you aware of what are the problems which might come on this spiritual path. What is the darkness which you might face in this spiritual path? But we have told you, we have explained you how you can protect yourself from this darkness and how you can again remove this darkness by bringing in light of true spirituality. So now we'll just do a very short meditation, probably for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, wherein we learn the method as to how we have to follow this path of spirituality and how we have to safeguard ourselves from this darkness. So we'll just take a short 1 minute break to settle ourselves, and then immediately we'll begin with the meditation. So meanwhile, you can just take a very comfortable posture. If you want, you can drink some water and be ready for the meditation. So let's begin. I would request you to take a very comfortable posture. You are free to lie down or you can sit. Whatever is comfortable, you can just adjust your body as per your comfort. And then very gently, you have to close your eyes. Adjust your body. Allow each and every part of the body to relax. Settle yourself. And now very gently will bring your attention on your breath. The process of inhalation and exhalation is continuous. It always goes on, but we barely bring our attention on our breath. But today, in this present moment, we'll make a conscious effort to connect with our breath. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Your breath pattern is becoming further deeper. The count of your inhalation and exhalation are becoming further slow. Gradually, this deep inhalation and deep exhalation is allowing your body to relax. Each and every part of your body is now totally relaxed. After achieving this physical relaxation, gradually you will witness that your mind is also achieving state of relaxation. Your mind is achieving state of peace and calmness. This calmness is slowing down the ingress and egress of thoughts in your mind. With every passing second, you are going into state of silence. With this calmness, with this silence, you are able to control your emotions. You are able to analyze your emotions. You are able to convert all negative emotions into positive emotions. This meditation has given you immense power of achieving physical fitness and mental calmness. With this balanced state of body and your mind, you are able to connect with your masters. You are able to connect with divine sources of energy in the universe. You are able to connect with the angels. You are able to connect with the five elements of this universe and all these sources of energy are helping you in increasing your awareness, your consciousness. You are being blessed by your masters. You are being blessed by the divine sources of energy. You are being blessed by the angels. You are being blessed by the divine symbols. And all the blessings of the divine sources of energy are helping you in transforming you. With this meditation and healing, you are able to clear all your karmas. You are able to understand the goal of this, the purpose of this present life. You are able to know and witness the goal and purpose of your soul. Meditation and healing have made you very powerful. Now, with this power, with this energy, with this expanded consciousness and aura, you are able to achieve physical fitness, mental fitness, emotional fitness, and spiritual fitness. After becoming aware of all these powers of spirituality, in the present moment, you also acknowledge the fact that this high energy and high consciousness which has been created in you has to be given a proper direction, has to be used for the right purpose, has to be utilized only and only to achieve positive objects. Every moment you are downloading immense wisdom, immense knowledge from this universe. But you are using this knowledge, using this wisdom only for your upliftment, only for your evolution. But while you are evolving, you are completely grounded. You are completely compassionate, full of love, full of karuna, full of gratitude. You are not allowing this wisdom and knowledge to bring the emotion of ego, the emotion of pride within you. No matter high above you have moved in this path of spirituality, but even today, in all aspects, you are completely grounded, completely connected to this Mother Earth, knowing well enough that though spirituality has given you wings and feathers to fly, but ultimately you are part of this universe. And it is only your grounding with your connection with the Mother Earth which will bring stability in your life, which will bring steadiness in your life. So every moment you might be flying in this spiritual world, but your roots are always connected to this Mother Earth. You are continuing your spiritual practice. And with love, compassion, peace, silence, calmness, acceptance, gratitude, you are able to heal all your karmas. You are expressing gratitude towards your spiritual organizations, your spiritual guru, your spiritual master. You are fortunate to have enlightened spiritual gurus, enlightened spiritual master. but your association with your master, with your guru, is only and only to seek guidance for the right path. Your behavior will always remain of a loyal disciple, of a loyal shishya towards the Guru, whose aim is only to gain knowledge and wisdom from the Master and to move on this path of spirituality under his guidance without any pride, without any feeling of jealousy, without any feeling of being superior. In this present moment, you acknowledge the fact that your soul journey is still continuing. And you might be close to the destination, but the destination is yet to be achieved. And in this present moment, you are protecting yourself from this illusion of enlightenment. In this moment, when your awareness is high, your consciousness is high, you are blessed by your masters. Your capacity of learning is high. Your ability of grasping the knowledge is high. So you are able to understand that the day you will achieve enlightenment, you will be free of all the darkness, because that will be the day which will be full of light. All around you, there'll be only light. All inside you will be only light. And ultimately, you as a light will merge in this divine universe. And you'll be liberated of all the darkness. But until that day comes, with this meditation, with this healing, you have to make sure that whenever you are witnessing a dark side of spirituality, you have to allow the light of meditation and healing to fall on that darkness. And this light will allow the darkness to disappear. With this clarity, with this strong intention, You have shown a beautiful path to yourself today. And you are happy to gain this knowledge. You are happy to be enlightened with this subject. And you are ready to implement this knowledge in your spiritual life. And now, lastly, thank your masters. You thank your gurus. You thank the spiritual path. You thank healing hand meditation. For enlightening you with this wisdom, with this knowledge, with this gyan and with this dhyan. This feeling of gratitude is helping you to grow furthermore in this path of spirituality. Now, with this understanding, with this knowledge, with this wisdom, and with the feeling of gratitude, once again, you'll connect with your breath. 3 deep inhalations and 3 deep exhalations. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly, we'll return to the present moment. We'll become aware of our physical body. We'll become aware of our external surroundings. Move your fingers, move your toes. Allow your body parts to readjust themselves. And slowly, whenever you're comfortable, slowly open your eyes. So welcome back. So just by way of small affirmations, we have downloaded this information today in our mind, our body, and our soul, that how we have to protect ourselves as we move ahead in this path of spirituality. Because you have to believe me that as you go ahead in this path of spirituality, you will witness immense amount of powers within you. So it's very important that we must be aware of this fact that we don't have to misuse this power. In fact, we have to utilize this power only and only to achieve the ultimate destination, that is, to fulfill the purpose of our soul and to reach the state of infinite soul. So, with this beautiful message, I would seek your permission to end today's session, and I would request you to be in touch with Sai Karuna Mission and continue to attend these beautiful sessions, because the knowledge which is being given to us by Dr. Uday Shah can be utilized to achieve higher purposes of life. Maybe today our focus may not be on nirvana, but this knowledge will help you in resolving day to day problems of life. And I think resolving day to day problems of life is more important today as compared to achieving the state of nirvana, because we have to go step by step. So, thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Since in India it's already 9 o'clock, so for us the day is about to end, but for you, the day has just begun, and we are lucky enough and we are fortunate that today you joined us in this session and you've been given an opportunity by Dr. Udesha to spend the entire remaining day with these beautiful messages which have just been given to you by him. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for such beautiful comments for this session, and deep gratitude by entire Sai Karuna mission. Thank you so much.